the fun moment of me watching the stream, waiting for like the harbinger to come up, it's just a fun moment for me. Anyway, so last week and like leading up to this event today, the crew has spent some time in the great twin city of Dyad. Reedy is getting the hang of being the leader once again, and the crew has gained a reputation of being friendly and willing to build alliances. The radio tower has sadly been slow going due to no small part to the rain for the last week. The storm line, though, has not moved no matter how hard the wind blows. It has remained right on the coast of the edge of the forest and has not gone further. The recon team has decided to send a small team. I don't know why I wrote team that many times. Should be sent out so that they can find the source of this questionable weather. And Pim's tab at Krieg's at Market Square has been growing out of control, so Krieg volunteered her to get her out of there. And that is where we're starting today. I've made you an alcoholic.
I mean, I kind of am, in-game anyway.
So this is the radio tower, everyone. Oh, let me introduce everybody. We got the radio tower here. It is not completely built, and the storm just will not move. But today we have Zacna, who is played by Ray.
Yo.
We have Charity, who is played by CasualJacob.
Hello.
We have Pim, who is played by Keri.
Hello.
And I literally just added you, but what is your name in Discord?
ZeroLancer.
That's what it was. There's a lot of zeros in that, in this community. We have Howl, who is played by ZeroLancer. Howl makes guns, or bullets at least. Sorry, I interrupted when you said hi.
You're good.
So let me make sure everybody's on the screen. Okay. Ooh. Alright. So you three are going to start off here. You're at the radio tower. This isn't any of you three's job at all. Not even close. All three of you are, pretty well armed. Did I make it so you guys can control these? I don't think I did. No, I did.
Yeah.
We're good. Got it in one. So, this isn't your job. And you guys have been, kept indoors by this rain, and there's only so much fun you can have at, Krieg's at Market Square before he kicks you out, turns out.
So rude.
He gets a little rude at some point. Oh, hold on. Oh. I have just been given the matching Zacna token. Give me a moment. For production value.
Production value!
I think it might have frozen up on me. Oh, there it is, but just real big.
He's huge!
Oh, I did think. I was did I make two of them? I was I'm pretty sure I did. Alright.
Okay. I can't control this.
I know, man. Yeah, one quick second. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Alright, so let's... So you all are getting ready to just go out to scout the forest line. That is the goal. The rest of the crew are getting ready to go back to the Silver Thimble, because you guys have spent 3 weeks out here, and you have not returned back to the Silver Thimble, and without the radio towers up, you guys have no way of knowing what's happening there. So, let me... Yep, not you. As, you all are getting ready for it, checking equipment and whatnot, come running up to you is... Do any of you think that you have met Thaddeus yet? Are any of you, library goers?
No.
Not in the least.
I am incidentally library destroyer.
I am. occasion.
You think basically, do you think Zacna would go to the library in this world, in this city, when there's like, with everything going on?
Yes.
Okay. So, running up to you, Zacna would recognize him by like on sight, but the rest of you would probably recognize him based on reputation or if Zacna says anything. This is Thaddeus. He comes like running up. He's just like, again, Thaddeus is a cat, cat-shaped, cat-sized cat. He does have some books on his back. He catches up with you and he's like, whew. He waves at Zacna and he's like, okay, out of breath.
What's going on, Thaddeus?
And he's like, okay, gonna throw up. Hold on. And it's clear that he ran from the side of the, all the way from inside the city to catch up with you all. And he's just like, okay, you're the recon team, right? You're the scouts going out? Gonna go check on this forest? Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. You must be the Lady Pym.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. He just like opens his book and starts writing something down. Good. I have a friend, and he points back, and you see like slowly walking, and nowhere near the like pace that he was like running, is a squirrel in a gas mask. This character is named Lithium. We met them last game. They are from Gibbet. And they slowly walk up to you, and they're like, oh, you have the arms manufacturer here too. Most helpful. And
Oh, what do we got?
he pulls out what looks like a scope. It could either be a scope or like a spyglass. You could use it as either. And he's just like, I have a question for you. Would you be willing to test this? King Reedy has given us access to his communicator, and me and Thaddeus have been exploring things that you may or may not be able to do with these wonderful creations. See, this scope, and he looks through it and looks at all three of you. He's like, yep, you're all from the liminal plane.
It
He's like,
can tell you those things?
this will tell you if they're from this world. You have a specific color. When I look, and he hands it to you, he's like, go ahead, look at me. And he opens his arms wide.
I'm gonna
All
grab
right.
him. I'm gonna stare at him.
He is a bright orange. Like him and Thaddeus are bright orange.
Okay,
They
so
are-
you guys are glowing orange.
It's just like that tells us that we're from this plane and are non-magical beings. And it's just like, now turn it on your friends.
I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna spin towards Zacna and Howl.
It's just like, they are both a teal color.
Okay, so they're lighting up teal for me.
Exactly. Anyone from the liminal plane has this. We included it. We noticed you guys seem to like teal. That anyone from the liminal plane will light up teal, so that if you are hunting someone or searching for someone, searching for someone, say Sabitha, then this could help you locate her or anyone else from that world.
That could definitely come in handy.
That definitely will come in handy.
I mean, and if it's coming from Reedy, then no harm.
And he's just like, and this is just a prototype. Please be careful.
Oh, yeah, careful's my middle name.
He looks
Alright.
dubious, but he's not going to press the issue.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it and grab whatever tools I've got, on my bod and just affix it to my gun.
You're going to put it, okay. For sure. Like, yeah, it goes right on. Like, it doesn't take any extra work. If this does come with the tag fragile. So, like, when you roll low, this will be the first thing I start to break, unless you offer me a counter to it. Like, if you don't want this to break, tell me how you protected it. Is how we're gonna do this.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, so you all are like going down the I did not put the map on the thing. I really should have. You guys are going down the western side of this forest, on the eastern side of this forest, right along the coast. There's you can look up and see just in the sky there is a straight line of where the clouds have stopped moving. And this has been like a ridiculous storm. Do you want to turn the scope on it by any chance?
I sure do. Kind of point the gun up towards the sky and look through the scope.
After a couple of moments, so it's not like instantaneously like Magic Eye normally works, but after a couple moments, it starts detecting magic the same way that Magic Eye would. Like, you can see that in the sky above this forest is like a ridiculous storm. And in your Magic Eye, it's even worse than it looks like in real life. You can see just eddies of magical currents like floating around up there. And even like strange creatures, like skeletal creatures further south. Like in the sky. They don't look real, like they're ethereal. But down there it looks like the eye of a storm is further down, and it's like becoming a tornado that's about to touch down. That is what you see through this scope.
Okay. So I'm going to let them know. Like, hey guys, it looks like the storm itself is magical, and there's a bunch of creepy skelly boys hanging around in there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how creepy?
It's like 7.5.
Nice.
Alright, let's go to that exactly where the spot that I just mentioned. Charity, you have just made it through the woods, and you are out of breath, and like, you scratched up, as I was mentioning last time. It's just like these woods were way crazier than you expected. Like, you expected just like walking through the woods, there was some weird giant like cat lizard that attacked you, and then just kept laughing at you from a distance. There was all of a sudden a ton of giant wasps that were bigger than you. Plants multiple times have been trying to eat you, and then this storm came out of nowhere, which put down as much lightning as it did raindrops.
I've had better days.
And then you make it out of what, like, you can feel the presence of the storm, not the storm, the presence of the forest, like, fading. Like, you could definitely sense its magic. Oh, my bad. Turns out I can't swallow seltzer water. But this is what you see. It's a wrecked. It's the wasp hive we saw last time. From the second game? Yeah, the second game this season. That they destroyed. There are gun shells all over the floor. Like, even weeks later, you can still smell, like, the burning.
Well, she's already along the way running through the woods and stuff. She has picked up like a femur or some kind of bone that she can like kind of wield as a club. Does she see like anything? Like, I know she sees like the shells and all that. Does she see like anything currently moving in this hive? Or
Yeah, go ahead and give me a 20-sider.
okay. Maybe not.
Oh, alright, here's your tough choice. You see something moving, like, deeper in there, but you have to get closer. Like, you're gonna actually have to climb into it to figure out what's going on down there.
In for penny, in for pound. She's going to kind of crouch down and try to sneak in slowly towards what she sees moving. She's got to check to see what's what's going on here, because things are just really bizarre.
Alright, so as you get closer, you do discover, like, there's this little creature in here, and he's, like, going through, some of the stuff, and, like, you make him jump, as you approach him, he's like, "Oh, hello," and he's really he sinks his head into his collarbone situation. He's like, "Hello."
Hi. So, could you tell me maybe where I'm at right now?
You're at the edge of the forest. We're south of Dyad. This is a big wasp nest. I'm looking for a hammer for a friend. Have you seen it? And he puts his arms up, about as tall as he is, and he's just like, it looks like a honey spoon.
I can't say that I have, though I have seen a variety of bizarre and unusual things. You said I'm where? Near Dryad? I'm
South of Dyad.
south of Dryad. And he can just see her face going She absolutely has no idea.
He he notices your clothing. Are you with the Wander crew?
The Wander crew. Oh, those are the people I'm looking for. Do you know where they're at?
He's just like, yes. I'm looking for a hammer for one of them.
Perhaps I could help you search for it, and then you could take me to them.
He's like, I'm Willoughby, and he puts his hand out.
And she's wearing gloves, but she extends her right hand, and she's like, Charity Weir, pleasure to meet you. Now tell me, how... You said this hammer was rather large. It shouldn't be too hard to miss, right?
I think they fought the wasps here, and then this is the hard choice part of the rolling a 6. You see you can feel it, necrotic energy, and Pim, this is when you're looking through the scope and at the sky, and you see that tornado of magic touch down right here. Oh. And yes, Rupert. This creature puts itself together from the corpses of all of the creatures that were living in this wasp's nest before.
Oh no! I just saw the screen.
It you hear just it ripping the place apart, using papery wings of the wasps, to make this ornate gown. And it's holding a magical scepter, and it is magic as fuck. And it just looks down at you, and you definitely get vibes of the necromancer from your world from this.
Oh fuck. Well, let me. I think we need to run very, very quickly.
Willoughby has already started running.
She's got the bone over her shoulder, but she is starting to back away, and she is is he so the hive's destroyed, correct? Completely.
Yeah,
destroyed.
the hive
so
is
there's
just
nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there could be something of worth there, but
oh, I'm not looking.
Oh, okay.
She's not looking. She's just I was just thinking that there was a roof or something, but no. She's going to start backing away, but as she does so, she's... I don't know if she would try to talk, commune with the dead. It's... telepathically, she could kind of, reach out to it.
Oh yeah, you could definitely give that a shot.
Okay, so I'm going to spend a point to reach out and just try to see if she can get a read on anything about this creature. She knows it's bad, but how bad?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a 20-sider. See if you can make out what it's trying to say.
Oh, 16.
Oh yeah, definitely. It wants to drink your magic. You can pick out parts of what it's saying, and if it consumes you, it believes it will become the most powerful thing in this forest.
Sorry, but I have a prior engagement. And she turns and she is just booking it as best she can. Like, she is following Willoughby.
Excellent. Willoughby leads the party.
Yeah.
Right. So, let me move you guys over to here real quick. So I do have a bunch of maps, but this is just to give you guys like an idea. Like Willoughby and Charity are up there. Oh, that might have been a bad spot to put them based on like map location.
Mhm.
I have to change Zacna's token again, but give me 1 second. But that's where you all are coming out of it. I'm not sure. I don't think you're close enough to see. This is miles. This is miles and miles of distance.
Oh,
By
God.
the way, for everybody. Let me do this. Copy that. Excellent. That should all work. Oh, this works very well. Thank you, me. All right. With the exception of Charity, because Charity's up there quite a bit. Let me... I wish this was just easier. Alright, so you all are wandering. This is the edge of the forest. You're not in the forest proper, but the rain is, again, keeping itself over... Like, you are wet for sure, because it has not stopped raining for a week, and the ground is getting gross as you three are, like, heading south along the edge of this forest.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna flip my spy glasses on. But which mode do I want to use?
Can I use the new thing to kind of just... Can I see through stuff with it? To, like, see magical energy or not?
See if you can figure it out. Give me a 20-sider. We can see if
Yeah.
we can figure this thing out some more.
Yeah, sure. Nope.
Oh.
Did you break it when you were fiddling with the buttons?
No. I did not, because I took it off of my gun and I wasn't aiming at anything. I was gently using it and I was hiding it from the rain.
Oh, I see. So, like, you weren't looking up when you were doing that.
No, I was looking forward.
Absolutely. So you lost track of, like, your immediate surroundings. I gotcha. That's cool.
Very good.
I think what I'm gonna do is...
Oh, Rico raised it.
Raise it to a tough choice. It's like, okay. Well, no, that tough choice, I feel like it stands. Like, you can either break it or not see what's about to happen.
I'm gonna not see what's about to happen.
Okay. And Zacna, what you got for me?
I am flipping on the illusion detection mode of my spy glasses, which I have already added in permanently in a prior mission.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll me a 20-sider.
All right. Wrong thing. Hang on.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so tough choice. Like, there's something about those clouds. Like, you keep, like, looking at them. Like, some of the clouds seem like they're illusionary. Some of them aren't really there. Like, but you can't get a lock on it unless you want to spend a little bit longer looking up. That way, we got Pim looking down trying to figure out the machine, which she won't. And Zacna looking up, not seeing what's going on. But you can learn some stuff.
Might as well.
Hey, Howl, you're the only one that's like looking forward right now, so while Pim is like shielding it from like the scope from the rain, and Zacna is just like staring at the sky with goggles. Like you hear something come thrashing out of the woods. Ooh, let me push that back a bit.
I don't like that at all. Not a
Yeah,
fan.
real good. Real good.
It is huge. It also has like papery wings that appear to be made out of like the leftover parts of of wasps. Countless wasps. Like its hands, it's instead of fingers, it has stingers. And like it has like thoraxes and like thick as its legs. And it's not flying, it's just like very silently like running at you. Like the other two haven't even like looked up to see it.
Hey, it's something real gross coming towards us real fast. You're not gonna like it.
Pim's gonna immediately look up at whatever Howl's staring at.
I'm looking down to see what Howl's staring at.
6, so a tough choice for it. This tough choice is you all can get away, like you can all have a second to turn and run. Like it steps, and one really loud step like gets everybody like up and looking at it. Like, and it allows you to either to like, you guys cannot immediately attack it, but it or you can run and it won't attack you, or you could stand your ground and immediately get ready for a counterattack, and it's gonna hit all three of you. That is its tough choice, but it's not gonna hit you for very hard. 2 damage apiece. What would you like it to do?
Let's let Howl decide. He's new.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
book it. That thing's gross.
All right, we're running.
All right, so we head back to this map again. So you three are running. Oh, I just copied you again. I meant to copy the weird.
Oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting fight.
We're all gonna come together, and this is gonna be a 2-monster battle, and this is gonna suck.
Just shrinking down the other token. Otherwise, it wouldn't fit on this map. So it's coming from that way. Willoughby, is just running, just straight into the center of it. And just like, as fast as you've ever seen a little, like, bare antlered man go. And he's just hauling.
Run, Willoughby, run!
Oh, look at him go.
Can we see him now?
Yeah, I would say that you guys chose to run. You guys can all see each other right now. You're within, like, range. Let me see. Somebody roll me a... Charity, give me a 20-sider.
Okay.
Let's decide where you guys in, like, this infinite maps that I have. Not infinite, but 13. Okay, yeah.
And someone activated penny slots for me, so along the way.
Yeah, you can roll a D100 for sure.
Okay. Oh,
3. I didn't mean to put you all on that there. Alright, so you guys, as you're running, I will get you that item in just a second.
okay.
As you're running through, like, you've all escaped, like, your current, like, the person chasing you right now, or the creature chasing you, each one of you. For just a second, you have a moment to breathe. And, like, the second you take a moment to breathe, A, you run into each other. And B,
Literally?
no, not literally. But B, like, you found yourself in, like, a canyon with these weird, like, ceramic skulls carved out of the side or like placed here.
It's never good when they decorate with skulls.
A 3 is an umbrella, for the record. Like Charity has an umbrella.
It's convenient. No,
Technically, I also have an umbrella.
but we've all met up now.
Yeah, you guys are looking at each other.
Okay, I'm gonna I would recognize Willoughby because he's friends with Clem, right?
That depends. Were you in the city when were you in Mayor when did you meet the Mayor? Like, did Pim go on that adventure with them?
That was the one when we were all eating at the banquet thing, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, I was there.
Then yeah, you may not know his name, but you've met Willoughby.
Okay, I'm just gonna address him directly as where are you running from?
And he turns around and is just like, that, and he points up, and you do see, like, coming over the cliffside, this, like, 80s metal cover of a creature.
Oh, that's just as good as what we're running from.
She kind of skitters to a stop, and she's like, she's about to say something. She hears what we're running from. What on earth are you running from? I'm running from this creature that wants to eat me. And my magic.
Pim's just gonna turn and point at the monstrosity that we're running from. That!
Big scary bug guy.
Like,
I've
the one
had
chasing
better
you
days.
all, like, opens its wings fully and just, like, roars at the top of its lungs, and you see just its wings start, like, beating, and... No, have you reattached this? No, you probably haven't reattached the scope yet. Unless you were doing it as you were running.
I mean, I've got it in my hand, so I could just...
Oh yeah, you can
raise
still just look
my
through
eye.
it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna glance up at both real quick and gauge our situation.
Yeah, roll me a 20-sider.
Of course. God,
That's
Damn it
that's a
today.
second 3.
Pim changes her mind immediately and puts it in her pocket.
The
Oh dear.
the one in the sky, like, sees you, like, messing with something, and he sees it as an open moment, and he just jumps down and slams down right in front of you. Like, this guy is blocking your way forward.
Well, better time than ever to get ready for battle.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put that in my pocket and prepare for combat, I suppose.
Okay, so you may ignore the failure. It doesn't. It's like it just treats it like it never happened. Like, you never even tried to, like, look at it through the thing. Because Safety Peanut was played. So this is still up there. It's still up above. Just you can't try to look at it through your scope again.
Okay.
I've never actually seen the Safety Peanut card. I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
It just means you ignore a mixed success or a failure. It doesn't work on ones, but if you do ignore it, then you can't repeat the action.
Okay.
Apparently, Akana's out here somewhere shooting at things.
Just post up on top of one of these, mountains. She's sniping?
Yeah, well, she did cover fire.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Howl, can you give me a roll? Can you roll me a 20-sider for, like, watching that bullet hit the creature? $12 is a success. You notice that, like that one damage, like that bullet hitting it, didn't get nearly far enough to break its, like, didn't even, like, hurt it at all. Like, it just, you just see it just fall. Like, the bullet hit it, didn't even bother to turn its head and look. Like, you all heard it. Like, you heard a gunshot, then you saw a bullet hit it.
they were gonna have to hit that thing really hard for it to feel something, because he didn't even flinch.
I've only
Zach
got
is-
a bone.
Zacna
And an umbrella.
starts looking at his death hand.
What do we do if we've got both of these?
Charity just pulls out an umbrella, like just standing in the rain, just raining down. Mhm.
It's like,
I'm just gonna turn to Charity. It's like, no time for introductions, but hi. What are we gonna do?
I can only tell you the creature that was following me is not. It wants to eat me and make itself more powerful. So, I can only imagine your friend wants to do the same with you.
All right. Well, we're gonna do our best to make sure nobody's getting eaten.
Why does it want to eat you?
It's a long story, and I'm not going to get into it right now. She starts to take off her gloves. And
Fair. Down.
yeah, and she takes off one and then the other, and she puts them in her back pocket. And she's just kind of like, she's got the umbrella in one hand and the bone that she found in another hand, and she's just like, oh dear.
All right, so this one is like climbs down. It is many limbed, but it also, like the other thing, it looks like bones. Some of these are definitely bones from the hive, as like during that game I explained that they ate and captured many different creatures. But like for the most part, it's just wasp like bodies, like wasp corpses fused together to create this giant creature, and it is like you can it seems to be lighting up with lightning.
What?
Yeah, there we go. And it's looking at you guys like it's about to do something if you guys don't do something first.
I'll hit it. All right, let's see. I would like to. Do. Let's. Oh, shite. Yeah, can I just do a death hand?
Yeah, go for it.
nice!
It's a lot better.
Oh, which one were you shooting? The one directly in front of you, or the one on the cliff side?
The one directly in front of me.
Right. So yeah, you shoot it. The death hand does what? 6 damage.
Yes.
Yep.
Like you see it like hit it and like go through. Like one of its ribs like breaks, and you hear just a bunch of rattling. And it just slowly turns its head and stares right at you. Oh, and it does a fucked up job. It begins to open its mouth, but it doesn't seem like you see it cough like, and it's like reaches its own hand into its like rib cage to like, and it's like fiddling around in there trying to locate the rib. So you guys have a moment of like another shot of whatever you guys want to do to it, because it's trying to like get the broken rib out of itself.
Well, while its back is turned to Charity, she is going to do a risky move. Have Corrupt. She's going to go up and she's going to actually try to like place her hand on it briefly, which will then cause if it works, she'll cause a wound to appear. It'll do 1 damage this turn and 1 more damage next turn on the creature's turn. So
Yeah, go ahead and roll me that 20
Roll.
sider.
if it has skin or whatever it's got, it's kind of blisters up and starts to spread all over its body like a contagion.
Oh, absolutely. Like you see, like the wasp's like papery wings like the papery substance around it begins to do just that.
Oh, double up's in effect. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you can roll
Well.
again and
Take the 13, obviously.
Okay, so 1 second. All right, so yeah, the you see that like the paperiness of it is like growing out, and as it goes, and like starts like blistering, these blisters begin to explode as like it's super delicate, and like you see one of its hands just falls to the ground, and just like turns its head and looks again and just roars like super loud. You see the the one rib that it was trying to fish out come flying out of its mouth and just like go whizzing by your head. You're not gonna have to roll an attack or anything for that. But now it's absolutely furious at Charity.
I'm not an easy snack.
Willoughby is terrified. I don't know what Willoughby is doing. I think Willoughby is probably hiding behind a bush and just drinking honey.
Willoughby needs a change of pants.
All right, Zacna and Howl, what would you two like to do?
Can I fire off a last light?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna fire off a last light.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Giggles, I'm gonna overcharge it.
Alright, so yeah, 5 AP to fire that thing. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a 20-sider. See how that works out.
Oh,
That 20 is real good.
Yeah, so Howl holds his hand up and snaps his fingers, and a badass looking hand cannon appears in his hand. Red light charges from the barrel and fires off a big old beam of energy at it.
Yeah, for sure. And with a 20, we can say that, Pim, that's when you get the scope reconnected onto your gun. Like Howell's provided you enough time to actually do it as instructed. And like you can like just happen, you don't even have to look right through it, but just like seeing it through it a little bit, you can see the magic of Howell's gun like ripping the oh, also, yeah, with a 20 I'll give it to you. Charity's purple, not teal or orange. And this creature's bones are purple and are orange, but it's the magical aura it has around it is purple.
Alright.
Oh no.
But it also gets disintegrated, so it's gone.
Nice.
Like
Good
you
job,
see,
Howl.
Close-knit piece.
like through the scope, you can see the tornado of magic kind of like going back into the sky. And then this guy jumps down.
Oh boy.
Next up.
I have only one sentence to say. Rage forth, flames of justice. Zacna's activating Fiery Avenger to take the fight to this enemy.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Hey, nice!
Yeah, it's like you can cut right through this guy. Like this will take this guy down. This guy is just a minion basically. He's big, but he's like compared to the other thing.
It's like he just leaps up the side of one of the cliffs and just dives in for a cross slash through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this thing bursts into like weird like papery little flames everywhere, like as it just falls apart.
Charity
yeah.
takes a step back, and she's already like immediately like putting her gloves back on. Thanks for the help there. Thanks for the help.
No problem.
Absolutely. Now that that's over, I'm Pim. We're part of the Wander crew. Who are you? And why are you purple?
Charity looks down at herself. Purple? Am I bruised?
Never mind.
And she's like, I'm Charity Weir, and you're the Wonder Crew. I've been looking for you everywhere. I don't know where I've been. There was a lot of running, and then there was a giant skeletal thing that tried to eat me, and I have been looking all over for you. I've heard so much, and that you might be you might have the answers that I'm seeking.
Well, what are you hunting for?
Willoughby's poking a body.
Howl bends down and pokes the body too.
Howl, roll me a 20-sider.
What'd you get for poking bodies?
Checks out.
I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for, other than figuring out where I am and how I got here.
The ceramic skulls on the walls have begun to chatter. And then, like... Oh yeah, we rolled a failure. No failure for Brom. Roll one more time. There you go. So, like, you have warning that this is about to happen. The ceramic skulls that are on like this on the canyon side here, like start to chatter, and like their eyes begin to glow. It doesn't really seem like it has anything to do with them so much as the energy that's coming around. But what in the world is going on? This music sucks. All of the music I'm using today really sucks. I don't know what's going on.
I'm literally listening to the Queen of the Damned soundtrack in the background.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Can you just put on the epic stuff again, Nika? It's real. Like, I don't know why this one's so bad. Sorry, everybody. It's very distracting. But like the bones put themselves all right back together in a new form. As you see like lightning crash into just this one body, and both of the things like have fused together to become this one. But with an 18, we made it so like you don't have to you're not getting attacked by it immediately.
Oh boy.
Charity just kind of rolls her eyes and huffs and goes, "Not again."
Willoughby has a tough choice.
Can Charity sense anything coming when the skull started chattering?
Oh, there's definitely like some kind of necromancy going on right now.
Yeah.
Can you roll me, if you roll me a 20 side, I can give you more information.
Charity has no idea.
Charity has no idea what's going on.
Oh
wait, one more 20. Oh no, yeah. We have 4 Brahm up, so you can roll one more time.
Oh, 17.
Or Brom!
So, with that, with the success, it's your necromancy. You're making the skulls move.
Can she stop it? does she think she can stop it if she like tries to calm down or center herself?
I mean, probably. Just what you are facing at the moment is this big dude, who has scooped Willoughby up, and like Willoughby is currently held in his talon. Like Willoughby is in fetal position as this thing has him like clutched in his hand, but he is continuing to walk forward towards you. Pim, the lightning striking this creature is purple as well and magical like quality.
I should have got clarification on what all the colors meant before we left.
I think that I might be able to help with that. But first, I think I need to save our little friend there. And she's just gonna haul off and try to whack at the wrist with the bone in her hand. Just.
Oh yeah, roll me a 20-sided. Absolutely. Works as an attack. Oh yeah, 2 20-sided because of double up. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I should have rolled twice when I did mine. Never mind. I'll do it later.
Well, definitely
Yeah,
taking
so
the
2
17.
successes. Yeah. You run up with the bone and like you bring it down on that wrist, and literally it just like boop. You don't even feel like the bone gets to it. And it just kind of looks down at you and then looks over at all of you. Oh, not one. I'm rolling 2d20 because I have double up as well. So that is my success. Ooh, what's happening here? You guys want to meet some more friends?
I'm more concerned about Willoughby.
I could have sworn I loaded all of these tokens in there, but now I guess I am slowly loading. Oh, he's too big.
I think I'm done with friends today.
Welcome to the club.
Like ripping its way out of the ground are just like, and these like look kind of like humanoidy, but they're just like an amalgamation of like bones that happen to be here. Some of them like are wrapped in fine like you know, vestments or something, like wrapped in cloth, like death shrouds, and have ripped themselves out of the graves which are underneath these skulls. These people vary in height massively. Like they can be anywhere from like 3 feet to 20 feet. So these skeletons are massively like different sizes. They're missing. Some of them are missing limbs and have just like picked up like wood from the neighboring trees and attached it to themselves. Some of them have horns. Like most of them actually have horns. But yeah, you happened into a burial ground when fighting a necromancer. Enjoy.
Can my delirium trigger, the one where I can shoot 9 individual tracking shots, can I aim them at different things, or do they all have to go into the same thing? My legendary ability.
I would say you could aim them at different things.
Okay, so it does 2 HP of damage per shot regardless of roll success. And there's 5 of these. And then,
I was gonna say save at least one
then
for
it would
me.
be- Well, because I'm only gonna do 2 damage to each of these things, and then the rest of it I would unload into the big guy. So let's see. Double up, still up.
Yep.
Okay, so as long as I don't get a 1.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's
Oh,
2
nice.
ones. Oh my god, this
Fucking
is so good. That is so good. It's like reap and sow, but it's reap and reap.
Oh no!
What's that? Oh no, it's not up. Double up is not up. Sorry. That's
oh,
fine.
then do I get to re-roll?
No, no, no. Not even a little bit. Hey,
I'm
Willoughby gets
done.
shot.
Oh god.
Oh.
I think. So yeah, you do 2 damage to everything regardless. Because that is how that move is written. Like, yeah, you guys just see Pim just going like ham. What's it look like, Pim? What does the perfect success of that look like?
So it's 2 damage per shot. So I've got 9 individual shots. So I would say that would be in a perfect world. That would have been 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to each of the little guys. So 2 to each, and then 8 to the big guy would have been the way that would have gone. How's it go, Alan?
Not like that. I am having the most annoying problem with my.
I think you rigged my dice.
I can't open my Roll20 for some reason. So let me open just a whole new fucking thing. Google, I'm good. Me and you are gonna have a fucking fight.
Are you using Chrome?
Yeah.
That's why.
I think we can't heal this game.
You
Someone just, like-
can, but it would break the bounty.
All right. So 1, 2. So let's see here. I would say that here's how it goes down. Howl, Zacna, Charity, Willoughby, each one of you take 4 damage as like the ricochets have bounced off and hit each of you as well. Like, yeah, for sure the damage was dealt to these skeletons. Like, it definitely, like, I'm gonna say you even took 1 out. But as Pim is just like swing, like using her weapon, it's like very well just happened to be catching the ricochet, just not paying attention to it. And you guys see Willoughby hanging limp in the fist, and the necromancer like holds it up to his face and tosses it to the side as he just rolls on the ground in front of you. As the rest of the skeletons have started to jump you all, here we go.
Oh dear.
Okay, tough choice. So I will give the party the choice. These 4 are gonna attack you. You can take out 2 of them, but the other 2 have hit 2 members for 2 more damage. Who volunteers to take those damage, and who takes out the other 2?
I'll
I'll
take.
take the. I was gonna say I'll take the damage because I just hurt everybody, but
I'll take the damage as well.
Charity is swinging that bone around. She's like, she just got shot, and now she's like, I can't believe you just shot me!
a complete and total accident. I'm sorry. I'll make up for it later.
The scope is just heavier than you thought it was.
It threw me off.
Really threw off your aim.
Like, and Charity's just swinging her bone with everything. She's like, I am having a very bad day.
Just one of the ones that has like a bullet hole in its head. You just like hit that same exact spot with the femur and just blow its head off. Howl, how do you take out the last one? Well, there's still 2 more, but how does Howl take 1 out?
I poof the gun away, and I make actual finger guns, and I shoot a magic strike at it.
Style points. Pim was trying to style too, but it didn't work.
This is the first day I left my workshop, and I don't know how long, and I got shot. I've been chased by bugs and skeletons.
I owe everybody a drink or 2.
5. I want 5.
You got it. Krieg's just gonna have to eat the tab.
Definitely.
So, like, we'll start this turn with, like, the necromancer, like, wasp situation that he is now is just, like, looking down, and you see him, like, raising his hands as though he's casting a big spell. Charity, you know he's casting a big spell. Anybody with magic knows he's... I think, Howl and Charity both immediately know he's casting a really big spell.
So I have...
Go ahead.
An idea. Charity, once more, she, like, bites down on her glove, pulls it off, and she runs up, and she's out of desperation, she puts her hand on it and says, sleep. She's going to try to cast sleep, which it won't kill it, but it'll knock it out unless it takes more damage. So just roll a d20.
I think I'm actually, like, heads up, you know that this thing won't go to sleep.
Oh, damn, okay.
Could I cast? No.
You want to try to counterspell it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make that roll.
I was gonna throw an enemy at its face.
Yeah, it's like, what's it look like to counterspell this thing? Do you shoot a counterspell at it?
I look him in his big ol' empty eye sockets and I just yell, no. No.
Not in this house.
Not today.
I'm like flailing my arms around like a madman though, like no.
Yeah, you stop the spell, and, like, Charity, he was trying to resurrect Willoughby. We don't know if Willoughby's dead, but he was casting a spell on Willoughby's, like, body on the ground.
Oh gosh. She glances back at Willoughby. Is he... Oh gosh.
Unconscious. I wouldn't say actually dead. I don't think Pym actually killed him with it, but
Can I go drag him somewhere safe at least? That's like the best I can do right now. Just pull him off to the side and throw him in some bushes.
yeah, dodge these two skeletons and drag Willoughby into the bushes.
Leroy Jenkins. All right. Am I rolling?
Oh yeah, that seems like a roll.
I hate
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
I'm done for the day. Goodbye. I'm logging off.
So I know a 5 is not one of the skeletons got sniped. Okay, little guy. All right, so one of them got sniped. So one of them's dead. But the other one.
Prof. The homie.
So yeah, you get Willoughby to the bushes. He is not, like, being dragged into the bushes is not healing him, for the record. I gotta put a longer timer on that double duty. But yeah, you get him into the bushes, and he doesn't look like he's about to die just yet.
But
he does have a bullish. What's that?
Can I use an HP shot on him?
Yeah, you could use an HP shot on him.
Alright, message is for Willoughby.
Someone did give us an HP shot earlier.
Boop. Or however you spell his name. There we go. I am healing him in the bushes.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, Willoughby's being healed in the bushes.
Oh my.
I didn't like that. So
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the more we kill here, the more it's gonna resurrect.
Oh, most certainly. Like,
we need to.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We need to get out of the vicinity as fast as possible.
All right, I'm with you. I'm gonna like pick up Willoughby and throw him over my shoulder and just book it.
Currently covered in like bushes.
Charity's gonna just take one last swing at the smaller skeleton with with her femur.
Yeah, go ahead. You can make a roll for that for sure.
Oh, I have double up. That's right.
Oh yeah, double up is still up. 9, and hopefully the second one's not a 1. Sometimes it is though.
It's a 4.
All right. So a tough choice. You can kill this last one. You can take this last one down. But you are going to take a little bit of the necromancer is going to touch you.
Okay. She absolutely 100% feels responsible, so she will take that. Like she's going to swing at that skeleton to buy them time to get away.
All right.
Because this is
Oh.
her magic causing this.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, the skeleton like goes in, like swings at you. You manage to duck it, but just in time, like clock it across the face with the femur. And just as that happens, you see the finger of the necromancer come reaching over its shoulder and like presses right on, like not directly on your heart, but like in the soft spot of your shoulder. Like it was trying to get your heart, but missed. And you feel like excruciating fatigue out of nowhere, and you have lost 2 AP. Being
AP.
yeah, your AP is being drained.
The other sees Charity kind of stagger forward. Is she able to remain upright?
Yeah,
And start
yeah.
moving again?
I think yeah. It's just it was a second of incredible fatigue, but then
Oh.
so here I'm gonna move you guys to the map thing real quick. Who wants to roll me a 20-sided to see how far away you guys get as like fleeing?
Not me.
I will.
All right. $12. Okay, so you guys get a decent amount away from it. So let me move you guys here. And anything, so you know that this direction up here to the top right, that is Dyad. That is the city you guys left before. You were sent down this line, like I'm just clicking just the line now, to explore. This is where the beehive was. It's not there anymore, and right now he's wandering around looking for you. You lost him for a second.
Can Charity sense that they're out of the range of that magic that was resurrecting everything? Or is it like this whole area is just...
Oh, that's him. He just happened to be standing in a good spot. Like you took him to a graveyard.
Okay. So I was like, so if theoretically we could down him outside of that, he wouldn't resurrect, or
He won't be able to resurrect things that aren't there, but
okay.
you don't know if he can keep how long he can keep resurrecting.
Hey,
I'm
Charity,
also-
I got a question for you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why are you both purple?
What do you mean purple?
I've got this little doohickey and it shows magic, and you're lighting up purple, that thing's lighting up purple. What's going on?
Honestly, I do not know. I know it has something to do with me, but I'm not sure exactly of the hows and the whys and the heretofores, and I'm just trying to survive.
Alright.
I-
figure this out later.
Look, if I could bring something like that back to life, do you think that I would let it attack me?
You got a point. Alright.
That's very fair.
You guys can sit down and like roll this out if you want to try to figure it out. I can tell you what's going on.
Charity absolutely wants to know what's going on. She's just like completely like out of her mind. Like, she has no idea what's going on anymore.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Both of
Yeah.
you two roll a 20-sider. Well, like... you know what? I'm gonna say you guys... Okay. As you're running, this is the result of the 12. You get double up, so you can roll that one more
Okay.
time. But you guys saw this, like, house out in the middle of nowhere. And now we are inside it.
Pim's gonna immediately start trying to kind of like bandage everybody up from the damage that she did to them while she's talking to Charity.
Charity's just gonna kind of stagger in and just kind of like... She's gonna lean against the wall and slide down the wall and just sit, because sitting is good right now.
Just gotta put
While she tries to think about, like, what is going on.
Howl's just in the corner, vigorously shaking, trying to dry off.
Pim is now hiding
Oh.
from the water that is being splashed at her.
Starless
Prof
onwards
just,
from solid blade this card.
raised my 19 to a
Reveal your
20.
secrets. Identify a magical or technological secrets of an item. Help them identify magic.
What are you playing that on, Starless? Oh, how the magic. There's a lot of cards all of a sudden happening right here. Alright. That's fine. So inside here, you guys can like study and you have a moment of like relax, as much relaxing as you can. There's nobody in this house right now. It's just a completely empty house. And it's like as you're like looking through it, I think, you know, Pim, I think your rift detector would probably go off. Charity's not from this plane, or not from this world. And she's also not from the liminal world, and she's not from the new one or the old one. The long and the short of it is, like, and like I don't know exactly the wording that happens for you guys to discover this. Charity's the last rift walker. Like, Charity stepped through a rift at the same time the worlds all started to combine together, and then stepped out onto this world. Her homeworld is gone, and like the place that she was going to is gone, but she doesn't share any of the magic of this world or any of the magic with the liminal world. She is
weird.
different.
Okay, so yeah, I would just kind of explain that to her. It's like, you know, from what I was told about this little gizmo here, is it could detect magic from both our plane and the current plane that we're in. And you're not either of those colors. So I'm going to assume you are from somewhere else entirely.
That would be my assumption as well. I've been trying to figure this out for days while I've been running through this forest. I'm from Aria. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Right. I have no idea how I got here. She stops herself, like, she visibly stops herself. She's like, I was following someone. They seemed to have an important message, and it was raining, and I started running. And when I stopped running, the entire world around me was completely different.
It sounds to me like you went through a rift.
Is there any way to get back through that rift?
I mean,
don't
we can
know.
definitely try to figure out what's going on, but right now everything here is a mess too.
Yes, I kind of noticed that by the giant wasp and the undead things all around me.
Well, you're
She's-
definitely welcome to hang out until, you know, we figure out how to get you home or what happened to home. I promise I won't shoot you again.
Fair enough, and I'll try not to raise any dead around anyone. And she's just kind of like tending to like her wound a little bit I think she's got a graze on her arm, her shoulder, and she's just like, I hope there's some decent clothing back at your headquarters.
Definitely get you geared up, I can tell you that for sure. And she like goes to like shake her hand, but very cautiously because she's a little afraid of her hands.
Charity's wearing her gloves again, and she reaches up and shakes the hand and just kind of like takes a deep breath and just kind of collapses against the wall again and just kind of sits there again, like. So how?
Checks herself over to make sure she's not like decomposing.
No, she is very much alive. How do you propose we take care of whatever that thing was?
I was hoping you might have something to go off of, since it seems to be running off the same magic you are.
So, Professor, when I played that to make my roll a 20, so
Yeah.
do I know like how I can possibly like stop it, or like a weakness?
It didn't like being hit with magic. Like, it, when Howl shot it, like, he did wreck that form. It is like... It is a creature made of AP.
And it just took 2 from me.
It did take 2 of your AP away from it.
Yeah.
Like,
She looks
straight
at-
up magic seems to hurt it. With your 20, like, the lightning seems to have been feeding it. So,
She looks at Howl and says, "Can you do that magic trick again with the gun that appeared out of nowhere? It doesn't like that."
Not the big one, but I can shoot a bunch of little ones at it as much as you want.
Right, I think magic is the way to go to take it down. The only other problem is the lightning. The
Well, I
storm
can't-
is fueling it.
Can any of you make lightning stop?
No,
Trying
sir.
to think if I can or not.
Oh, I like that someone's even thinking about it. Right on.
you all hear just like massive amounts of thunder coming from outside. Now I'm gonna roll for it. You've given it plenty of time. The top of this building comes straight up off. And like looking down from above is just the creature standing right next to it, just staring down.
Now that I think about it, Fiery Avenger technically would make my weapon magical. And I still have it active.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Hang on, I need to find the right music from my YouTube library. Let's see.
Alright. Well, he's finding that out.
Found it.
Okay. So what do we got?
Well, this might be a last gasp for Zacna for now. So he's gonna put everything he's got into this strike.
Oh, you get one more die as well.
Woo.
An 18!
Yeah. So like, yeah, you slash through it. What are you doing? Like, explain what you're doing to me.
Well, he figures if he has to, and he's most likely, and he's one of the few who's able to take to the front lines in defense of his teammates. So he's gonna do what he can to draw its attention, even if he has to go down. So he's activated his triple and his space jump item and leaps up to slash at it.
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, like, I mean, it works. Like as you slash through it, only raises the damage by 1. Okay. I had to go read that. So yeah, you you start cutting through, and like you get a little gash as you jump through, but then like you see stuck in one of its ribs, like your sword is just like stuck there, and it just like looks down at you. And now I'm gonna roll on its attack against you. He also got a success. He just looks down at you, and like you see this like tongue coming out of its mouth that is just like all thorns and thistle, and just like wraps around your waist, and it's just like it's gonna do 2 damage to you, but it is slowly pulling you towards its mouth. Like, you're not there yet, but like you are basically trapped in like basically a rose bush as it pulls closer to you.
Could I fire off a shot at the tongue, and I'll spend some AP to use Deadeye?
Deadeye makes it so you can't miss? Is that
Call apart the
Oh yeah, okay.
Stables it.
Oh yeah, so yeah, go ahead and make a roll. Yep, and so yeah, if you get a 20 with this, you'll cut the tongue right off.
I'm gonna spend 3 AP, so it's an automatic success.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Through it.
you cut the tongue off. Zacna, on the way down, can you roll me the 2 20-siders? Okay, you managed to grab your sword on the way down. And you did not get hurt by the fall, like, because you did have the double jump thing. Pim and Charity. That is what happened right there. Like, you cut the thistle tongue off of it, and it just kind of, like, turns and looks. And it just gives you the, come on, man, I just wanted to play kind of look. But from a giant skeletal, like, wasp hive.
I said no earlier, I still mean no.
Well, I am going to use Demon Daze. It's like pretty much the last thing I can really do here. So, let's wash off all those bad rolls, everybody. God. Okay, cool. So the first one's a hit, and then I can keep going, and then it's 3 HP for each additional attack as long as it's a success.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay.
So you hit it once for that 3, and then immediately, its hand like just grabs you and slams you to the ground.
Can I bite it?
So here's your tough choice, because Warlord made it a tough choice instead of a failure. You can bite down on like it, but I'm not sure. Like it's not registering pain. It's just like. But so here's your tough choice. Do you take the 4 damage from it slamming you to the ground, or do you take 2 damage and break that scope?
4 damage.
That's what I thought you would, but it's like give you notoriously like rough rolls, the item that breaks really easily.
Just give it to Pim. It'll be fine.
So yeah, apparently you hit it for 4 damage as well.
Yay!
So go all Hulk mode for like 2 seconds and get slammed to the ground.
Poppin', I don't know what you're doing with it. Like, a little help has 3 things. I need to know what you're doing with it. Well, it has to be the, like, added damage to it. Because all the rest of them don't make sense. Or put 1 less damage, okay. Okay, so you did 3 to it.
I did 3 to it, or it did 3 to me.
Yes.
Listen here, Poppin.
Because cross counter happened.
Oh, okay.
Yay for cross counter.
But cross counter can only do what the damage that it does. So if you lower the damage it does, it works both ways. Alright, so Charity, what you got?
I'm gonna go for the corrupt again. She takes off her glove and runs up and tries to like make whatever like papery skin or whatever blister, and it'll do like one damage now and another damage next round. That's about, because I know like the bone is gonna be useless. Oops, I don't know what I did there. Sorry. Oh no.
Yeah, that's a 5. But oh, it was a magical roll, which takes it up to a 6 because the magical buff is up. So it's a +1 to all like magical rolls. So yeah, your tough choice. Oh, okay. Here's your tough choice. To corrupt it, Pim is still in its hand. Pim will get some of the corruption as well.
Oh, this thing's got to come down.
And Pim already shot. Pim shot you.
Pim's just screaming to her, just do it! Just do it!
My apologies! She screams up as she like lays her hand on it and just
okay, but we're even!
like sends that energy into the creature.
You all have a shield for 2 HP. But that's gonna happen after the damage is going to onto Pim. So yeah, it starts like getting the bulbous like sores again. Pim, you are also like slowly becoming covered in like sores and blisters. Like they're more painful than they will actually hurt you, but they are very painful.
Now you'll end up taking a total of 2 damage.
Ow, 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 ow.
I'm sorry!
Oh dear.
Pim's got the herps is what Nika says. I didn't say it. I just repeated it. I just read it.
Dare you?
Alright, so yeah, it like alright. So you see it like reach up, like both of its hands above its head, as like this huge like lightning ball starts to form above its head. And it just casually throws it down towards Howl. It's it has not hit you yet. It will not hit you this turn. But it is on its way to you.
Could I blink to the other side of the room and hopefully it won't hit me?
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll for it.
Deal.
Alright, here's your tough choice. You blinked away, no problem. Who'd it hit?
Oh. Who's the beefiest one around me?
Everybody starts with 12 HP. Pim shot everybody for 4. And
I'm looking
Pim's...
at right now. Who's like the physically beefiest one
Oh,
around?
Zacna.
Not the wolf in the shed.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit Zach. I'm sorry, buddy. I got you out of the tongue though.
Zacna, can you give me a 20-sider? Let's just see if you like manage to get away from any of it.
Or if I can bat it away.
Yeah, with a 20 maybe.
17.
So 17, you manage to dodge the physical damage of it. Like, you step aside and like, you see the crater that it left as like lightning is arcing out everywhere from it. But some of it did hit you, but it feels less like lightning hitting you than hands grabbing you and trying to drag you in. Like, and like, you're on the ground. They're not around you anymore, but you see like a shadow of yourself getting like little like lightning hands dragging at you. You lose 6 AP. And then you all get to slowly watch this little ball go back up, and then he opens his mouth and just chomps it down.
Somebody eating?
I hear it. I'm on to your eating ways.
Calling you out.
Generally fine. But yeah, who wants to do what?
Where am I?
On the ground, but you can roll over and get to your feet fine.
Extremely painfully.
The lesions will start to heal a little bit.
Remember, you all have two HP shields.
I have no AP left.
Oh, you at 0?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you guys see Pim's communicator start to like blink and then go off? Charity, you don't have a communicator. Oh shit, you blinked away, so you're not there. You're probably over here. Pim, I need you to roll me a 20-sider. Huh?
Somebody gave me an AP shot. I didn't know they did. Never mind. I am not.
You still gotta take that. AP shots on, you have to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, give me that 20-sider now that you have no AP and you're not next to anybody. She used the HP shot. Oh. Okay, alright. So, Pim, you start feeling super weird. As like part of you is being pulled up. Why does everybody got to change all the cards? Mm. I know. I'm not mad. I'm only upset when I'm halfway through saying something and then they change, because then I have to think of something else. I'm not mad at you guys using the cards. I'm not. I promise. Because now I just have to think of what is the next step up. Alright, so here's your tough choice, Pim. Okay, you can figure out exactly where your family is. For a second, you will be there with them. And you will give a bonus to the next game that we play with them. Or like the next time we play with the apprentices and stuff, there will be a bonus. Alternatively, you could manage to scrabble close enough to either Zacna or Howl that you don't start feeling the negative effect.
Oh. What is the negative effect?
Mm.
Oh. Oh, this is a tough one. I feel like this is like the first tough choice you've given me that's like tough. Family.
All right. So for a second, Pim, you're sitting in you're sitting in Matsu's bar, like right at the table and right at the counter. You see Matsu like cleaning out a drink, and they're all super badass, all covered in tats and stuff now. And they set it down in front of you, like they set down your usual drink, whatever like Pim orders from like in a post-apocalyptic bar. It's set up right there. Like, not even a surprise to Matza. Like, not even surprised. That's key. Everybody's just like, yeah, okay, we got this next mission, and they like set down a piece of paper in front of you, and you see the schematics of like this jail breakout, and it's just like, yeah, that sounds great. And then you snap back, and like, you just like crumple. You have the affliction, unconscious, and you take 5 damage.
Okay, I'm at 2 HP and I'm unconscious. Okay. All right. Noted, everyone.
Charity Caesar goes down. It's like, I swear it wasn't me.
Yeah, Howl sees her collapse and just takes I run over and take a defensive position, like trying to cover her from this creepy skeleton thing.
Whee!
Zacna watches her go down, and he just lets out a roar of defiance. Like he's ready to fight this thing in Avenger.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are up.
None of my abilities are like.
Oh no, Pim, you take 1 more damage from the from one of your boils popping.
Oh no!
Oh, ew. All right, I'm at 1 HP, y'all. I'm a fucking
Oh,
dead.
add 2 because the shield is the shield did protect you some.
Okay, so 2.
Yeah, so you're at 3.
That's 3 HP now. Okay.
What does the react button do? Everybody else have a react button next to this stream?
Yeah, that's a new thing on.
I hate new buttons because I want to press them, but I don't know what it does.
So, I just realized something. Theoretically, my death hand, if I'm under the influence of Fiery Avenger, technically does do 1 extra damage. Because it could be considered a weapon.
Sorry, the what does what now?
The death hand, since it's technically a weapon.
Oh,
Even
but
though-
you did Fire Avenger on like your sword though.
Yeah, true. I'd have to
Yeah.
cast it again on my
You'd have
weapon
to cast it
fire.
again.
That might be what I'm gonna have to do.
So, question: does this thing? Does it have a heart? And it... like, I know it's a necromantic. I know it's undead. Does it have a heart?
Oh, roll me a 20 sided real quick. This won't count as like your turn. This is just like you studying.
Ugh, 6.
Tough choice. Yeah, alright. It has a heart. You can tell, like, something about it. You can feel, like, something pulsating from it. You can feel it has, like, a beating something.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be located where a normal heart would be, though. That is what the problem's gonna be.
Okay, because I have the ability Heart Kill. can make a person's heart explode. Ooh. Which is supposed to kill them instantly. However, this is not a typical like living person, so
Yeah.
that's why I was asking.
Yeah, he is a boss made of a boss.
Okay.
But yeah, Zacna, you had a roll. Go ahead and roll that. Roll your attack. Or,
Okay.
were you doing the fire thing first?
Yep.
All right. So if you're gonna do the death hand, it's gonna like see the death hand happening and attack you for that. It like backhands you for 4 damage.
Okay, so I'm down to 2 HP now.
You had the shield on from the bounty from
Yeah,
the bingo.
and then I had 4 HP to begin with.
Oh, okay. So he backhands you as like you managed to hold on to your gun though. Like
Yep. And it's now ignited. As he's uttered to rage forth flames of justice once more.
yeah, go ahead and make that.
Do an HP shot too, by the way.
Is it an HP shot or an AP shot? Because
HP
Nika
shot,
message-
Zacna.
okay. all right, all right. So yeah, you have an HP shot, but if he takes the HP shot, he can't attack right now. I just need like using these things. That's the new limit on them. Like you gotta like be more strategic with them other than just getting cured.
Do I roll the roll a 2 or just 1?
Just the one. We don't have two dice up. We don't have double duty up.
Oh.
Oof.
If anybody has any cards to help out, and no, I don't have Twitch up.
It's okay. It's. Alright, Stylist played Safety Peanut, so you get to ignore this roll completely. Like, you know, like, if there was a quick moment where, like, you realized it's too dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, put the sword down,
And
Yeah,
I think Caustic just rolled a pinch hitter.
yeah, but we take the first one first. Like, so like, you saw what it was gonna do. Its counterattack was gonna be basically, this is fun. Your gun is jammed. Inside, like the barrel of your gun, is a wasp stinger, like a giant wasp stinger. If you pulled that trigger, it was gonna explode and kill you. You
Oh,
managed.
boy.
The Safety Peanut, checking your weapons twice. Check your weapons, people. Yeah, Pim, check your weapons. Don't shoot your friends.
Don't shoot your friends. Friends are friends, not targets.
So yeah, you're able to like pull the stinger out, and while everybody else takes their turns real quick. Like, it's not looking at you anymore because it thought it had you done.
Yeah.
So right now, Howl, Charity, Pim is unconscious, but like somebody can reach in her pockets and pull out the HP shot and give that to her.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the Charity's gonna go for the heart kill. Like, she knows there's something pulsing within it. She is absolutely gonna go for the heart kill.
Yeah.
So she's pulled off both gloves and she just looks at it and she's like, "This has been the worst day, and I am done with you!" And she runs at him and tries to put her hands as close as she can to that area, and she's gonna try to stop its heart.
for
Make
sure.
it
Yeah.
explode.
Give me that 20-sider.
Woo!
That natural 20. All right.
Nat 20! Nice!
It's completely off the screen. I see where it is on my the map thing.
Yeah.
So, in its chest, how do you get up there? How do you its heart is here?
I'm gonna just try to climb. She's gonna just try to climb on those ribs like it's monkey bars, and she is just gonna punch through as she can and just make its heart just explode. If she can, try to climb the ribs as fast as she can.
So like yeah, it like you see it like looking up and like opens its mouth for a scream, and like the what's left of like its like thistle tongue is like going around as like flames like come out of it, and its eyes burst into flame, and like as it like it just explodes out of its chest with like just vines. They start like attacking the ground, not like just straight up rosebush vines, and they scratch you and they cut you up as they go past, not doing any real damage. But like it's very similar. Like you start to notice with a 20, like you'll see that these are the same kind of like bushes that you've just been trapped in over and over again as you try to cross the woods. Like, yeah, it's a scary woods, but like every time you took a step, there just happened to be a thorn bush there. It's like it's basically this. The reason you were getting tireder is like these thorns were draining. But it explodes, and for like all the waspness of it like explodes and like goes flinging all over the place. And like it looks like just a real heart, not like a cartoon heart. Like is sitting in the center of it, and like it is in the process of bursting. But it looks like it's made out of roses and bramble. And as it explodes, you see it just covers the land with these new bushes from those woods.
That's probably a bad thing.
It sets that house on fire.
I'm just over here dead next to a, flaming building. No big deal, everybody.
Nobody panic.
Oh. HP shot.
I wish you had an AP.
No,
Not
I
AP.
got given an HP shot.
Oh.
But instead of using it on myself, I'm using it on Pim.
Yeah.
I have more HP than you, I think.
Adding bushes, adding bushes. Nobody panic about these bushes. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Charity is already looking at the bushes. She's also trying to find her gloves, but she's more curious about the bushes. Like... Yeah, we brought Wallaby with us, right?
Oh, you brought Willoughby
Willoughby.
with you. That's funny.
Oh no! That's not a good thing.
Oh, no.
Who's gonna save Willoughby?
I'll run in. Howl's booking it.
Must save Willoughby.
We have made such a good impression on everybody.
Pim's just snoring on the ground.
When people are knocked unconscious, they snore so weird.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
if you
either.
if you knock somebody unconscious and listen to them snore, it's really fucking weird.
That's the best fun fact.
I did not know that.
You guys just don't knock out enough people. I gotta find Willoughby's token. The question of the day: where is Willoughby? There he is. He's unconscious. roll me a 20-sider. How do you like? What is the play here? Is it just run in, don't care? Like
the play is to run in, grab my new little friend, and run out as fast as I can.
Alright, give me that 20-sider.
Oh.
Huh. Okay. Alright. Alright. I know it's 5 isn't a tough choice, but I'm gonna give. Oh, Nika made it a tough choice. It's like, here is how. It's like, here's how it's gonna work out. Nika already took care of that one, so yeah, Nika's got it. So you're gonna get hurt doing this. Your tough choice is either you leave inside here some of your, like, we'll call them your prototype bullets that you are working on, or some of the, to get him out you have to like cover your face, and when you were like reaching in your pockets you dropped some stuff, or alternatively, well, Willoughby burns.
I'll lose the bullets. I can blow some more stuff up in my safe space anytime.
All right. Drag Willoughby out of it. It's like, doo. He's very little. All right. So now Willoughby's safe, everyone. Nobody panic. Willoughby's out here too. This place is on fire. I sure hope we don't run into whoever's house that is.
Well, look, we planted rose bushes and
Yeah, right?
necromantic rose bush.
1980s flavored heavy metal rose bushes.
Mm.
So while everybody's like getting taken care of, I'm going to like go to the crew. The crew this whole time, while you guys have been going through all of this, the crew have been just really like hitting the gym. All of them, instead of like giving like the people from Gibbet a nice tour of the city, they instead decided to hit the gym, and they chose like physical. Is that what you said? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what you said. Can you roll me a 20-sider for that? Let's see how their workout's going. Who took their pregame? A 10? I have learned my lesson this time. I will hold off. See, I held off. Okay. I'll just leave that alone for a second. Alright, so who is healing Pim? How are we healing Pim? Like, what are we doing here?
I have an AP shot on my person. Y'all just need to give me the AP shot.
I'll give her the AP shot. Get Pim back up and standing.
So when he gives that to me, I'm just gonna like shoot awake like it was smelling salts or something.
Basically.
And just be like, oh my god!
You're Uma
like-
Thurman from Pulp Fiction.
I'm just gonna grab onto him and be like, I saw my siblings! They had a bar? Like,
It's sick-ass tattoos.
everybody looked awesome!
That's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time.
Thank you! Thank you!
You notice a bunch of rose bushes around you that weren't there a second ago?
Why is that building on fire? And where's the big thing?
I took care of it. Charity's looking at these bushes. Does she sense anything like about them?
Go ahead and make a roll. I do think it would be fun. I do think this like baby bird gremlin fight is funny. By all means,
kind
continue.
Of is.
The first time, like the second it hits 20 or 1, like that's how you know that makes a winner. All right. So with an 11, you see something. You don't have the magic eye version, like, and you don't have the scope.
No.
The world here with 11 it's a success, so I'll just give it to you. It feels more like the woods over here now than it ever did before. Like, I have to go to Discord and grab a map. Because for some reason I didn't put the map in this game. Which is weird.
I just add environmental terrorism.
Right, just a little bit. No, that's not it. There it is.
Charity's found her gloves or what's left of them, and she's putting them back on, but she's also looking at those bushes with deep concern. And she's trying to ignore the fact that she, like, just in front of everybody made something's heart explode.
That was possibly one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What'd she do?
She punched through the thing's chest and made its heart explode.
Pim's just gonna turn to Charity and be like, "Oh my god, that's awesome."
Okay. So here's the map of the world that we've seen thus far. Make sure everything's on the stream. Okay. So
Don't ask me to do it again. I don't think I can right now.
in reality,
Hopefully
you guys,
won't have
this
to
is
for a while.
this is where the nest was, for the record. Like right here, as like at this little like crease. That's where it is. You guys are out about here now, and you can see the forest taking root, like through these bushes. Like it is pushing itself further out.
Is it just filled with necromantic energy, or is it just...
It is full of magic. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily necromantic. It's just magical. Like, you don't feel any of your power anymore. Like, your power is like safely inside yourself.
Okay.
Should I set the bushes on fire? Are they bad?
Bush is bad.
The part of the forest, I think... It's magic. I'm not sure what kind of magic or how it's working, but it's expanding the forest through the rose bushes.
Scale of 1 to 10, how bad are these bushes?
They are, they seem like standard rose bushes that are growing at an absolutely alarming rate. The vines are thicker, more fibrous, kind of like just wood, straight up wood. They have incredibly sharp, thorns, and none of them have bloomed a single flower.
Oh, I just got a bad idea.
Tell
Let's
me
hear
you're
it.
bad.
Like, Charity's kind of wondering how it'd react to blood. How thorns would react to a drop of blood. Well, she's been scratched by them, hasn't she?
Oh,
This whole
no.
time?
Yeah, I would say you've been scratched by them, but did they draw blood? I'm not sure. Or like enough to matter?
Oh,
Who knows?
Okay.
Or were you able to like pay attention when it happened? Like kind of
Well,
deal.
Yeah, she was running, so...
And there was a weird like smiling cat out there. So by all means, if you want to give it a shot.
Yeah, she walks up and just for the sake of science, she takes off her glove and she uses like her index finger and she pricks it on a thorn.
Well, here's hoping nothing bad happens.
I'm rubbing my hands together, and a little bit of fire starting to produce itself between them. If anybody tells me this is a good idea, I'll do it.
You see these rose bushes, like that one at first starts like bright red roses start to bloom on it. And like they're big and they're very beautiful like roses. The vines, you guys can see the vines like start to like thicken up. And like all of these bushes kind of pull into one giant bush instead of like all of the little ones that they were doing.
Oh dear.
Em just kind of takes out her axe and stares at the bushes.
Zacna's got his blade ready.
I got
Whee!
hands full of fire right now. Tell
Yeah.
me what to do.
I've got a fiery sword.
Is it just like starting to like spread rapidly over, or
Yeah, like they are beginning to spread out ridiculously. Not any further into not any further east, but they are going back to the woods, like as this giant like thicket, like this bush that is beyond a bush, is running back. Some of these roses seem to be turning towards you, Charity, and in the center, like you could swear there's little eyeballs in there, like looking right at you, and they are your eyes. They are the same color as your eyes. They are the same shape as your eyes. These roses are just looking back at you.
that's
So they,
not
took on her
concerning.
DNA? Did they just take your DNA from the finger prick?
If you look through the scope, I won't make you roll for it. These roses now have an aura of purple as well.
They are you.
Adjacent. They have taken her magic. Or
You
like
bitch.
Oh, that would be really, really terrible, I think, for the forest. Though there were already dead things in there when I got there. In my defense,
We just basically have a contagious necromancer on the team now.
it's not how it worked before.
Willoughby's fine. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh,
So-
good.
So sorry, 1 second. I think they made it a 20 was the final consensus of what was happening with the chat, like fighting in themselves. Like,
The
make sure.
classic war of a ton of cards.
I'm sorry, everybody. I might have like done untold ecological harm.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, you'll fit right in with the rest of the crew. It's totally fine.
So with a
Yeah.
20, you guys are all like, and keep it in mind, the next game, you all have a boon. Like the next game you play, you will have a boon, that's just like top shape, or however, like fitness, where like you can like whenever you fail a physical roll, you can use that boon and re-roll it right then. That is perfectly fine. Like that is what you'll get for fitness. I'm also like you all did like so well getting swole. Maybe they'll just call it swole, as the boon. But we are making you guys learn to work together. Yes, the next game for each of you, the boon stays until the next game for each of you. Except for your next game, Caustic, because that is Fiasco, and there is no roll in Fiasco. But also, I'm adding the, like, tell me in the chat how you all, like, through working in this gym, and all of this stuff, has come about that we will add the team attack card. Like, and start thinking about what those might be. Like, when you and somebody else go in for one attack, and we make that attack, let me know what that is. Like, you guys, that was what the bonus for, like, working out together was. The bonus for the other one was better, I feel like, but you guys didn't go with that one. But that's perfectly fine. Also, back to this. So you guys are next to a burning house. Willoughby has been shot. All of you been shot except for Pim. This house is burning. This rose bush is growing.
Zacna's in critical shape.
I'm sorry, real quick. Sorry, Aldi, start with the fastball special thing is an ability that Zacna has from his tattoo, from his, like, making a legendary thing from playing the October game. I don't want to give anybody else the being able to throw somebody's small ability because I don't want to diminish what Zacna can do. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, guys. Before we light the entire forest on fire, and Pim just kind of reaches out and, like, presses Howl's hands down for a second, should we try to burn it, or should we try to hack at it first?
Let's see. Why not both?
I'm only good for fire. I'm not good for hacking.
Oh, I've got a big axe, so...
Willoughby just is looking both back and forth at all of you. It's just like, what? You're gonna set the forest on fire?
Oh!
Last resort, little buddy, I promise.
The forest? Do you know what lives in that? Are you out of your minds?
A large cat and something else.
He points at, Willoughby points over at Charity. Yeah, a large cat! And he does, like, air quotes, like he's the first time he's ever fucking, like, he finally understands it. He's just like, a large cat! What is wrong with you? I've been shot!
And healed.
You shot me!
I healed you.
You shot me first!
It's all okay now. Everything's fine. You're fine.
He points at Charity. They made a weird demon out of a bunch of hives and a bunch of wasps that you killed, pointing at the rest of you, for no reason. If I recall, we told you not to go out at night. What'd you do? You went out at night. I was just trying to do a salad for my friend Clem. They dropped their hammer, and it's very sad. I wanted to get it for them, and you guys, whew, you really are just nothing but trouble.
Point of order. My things should not be attached to these fine people. I
Okay.
stumbled into it. I didn't mean to do it.
You're only a nightmare to the places that you go. They are a nightmare to seemingly everywhere. Thank you all for, like, the health. And he picks up his backpack and hucks it up. And he picks up his little, like, jar of honey. He's just like, I'm out. Forest, if they set you on fire, nothing to do with me. The mayor, still love you. Cool. Bye. And he just starts walking away.
Did he just talk to the trees?
That is by far the least concerning thing that I have seen all day.
You, in the distance, you hear him mumbling. I can't fucking believe it. You know what? Cassell was right. Cassell was right. He was right the whole time. It's like, these people maybe shouldn't be traded with. They know nothing of bees. Crazy, yeah.
Pim just kind of feels a little dejected, like
I just-
scolded kid.
Wait.
Like, oh.
Made friends with a badger that smells like lemons. It's like, go do him a salad, Willoughby. Like, oh, let's burn down the forest, Willoughby.
Okay, maybe we don't burn down the forest.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what these rose bushes do. They followed me throughout the forest. I kept running into them. And
Well, do you think maybe we should just take us? Are they actively spreading like right now?
They are spreading backwards. They are spreading. As you are talking, they are moving towards the forest line, but they are not. They are not moving forward towards you, and they are not moving like. It looks like there's going to be a wall here, like a giant, like, super tall, like, you know, rose bush that is a wall.
Well, should we just take a clipping back for somebody scientific to study?
might be better than burning the forest.
I agree wholeheartedly.
In the distance, you think?
Howl
Got it!
out.
Oh my god!
And then you hear Zacna just grumble before yelling back, "We weren't talking to you!"
You definitely hear like a pillar of that house falling over and like smashing. As it's like it just keeps burning.
by the way, do we know who resides here?
I don't know, but I don't think we should stick around to find out. So let's get a clipping and get out of here.
I can agree with that.
Pim's just gonna take out her dagger and
Fine.
take one of the roses.
The eyes look at you.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So like you go to grab one of the roses and an eye that looks exactly like Charity's eye just stares up and blinks, and as you approach it with the knife, it does start to well up with tears.
I've seen weirder, and I've done worse.
And you're just gonna clip it?
I'm gonna clip it.
As you do it, you see the eye roll up and just show you the white of the eye, white as the rose like curls up into like the completely unbloomed, like, you know, the super tight roses. You still have it. It's just it turns black as it's in your hand. It doesn't like crumble to dust or anything, is what I'm trying to say. You still have it. But
We'll take it back and see what they can get off it, I guess. I did just add it to the list, guys. Jeez.
he's in the distant, Willoughby's looking back with binoculars, and he is adding it to a list. I had nothing to do with that either.
Y'all are never getting that honey.
No.
This reminds me of a certain rhino guard.
Listen here, man. Listen.
And yes, so you guys can make the long like voyage back up to Dyad if you want to.
That's probably the best place to go and get away
Definitely.
from the house before anybody comes home.
Oop, no. Didn't realize that. I can move it. Here we go. I can do this. I got this. Did I? Yeah, right. Go me. So, you guys are like roughly like as you're walking back. Charity, are you just joining up with them to like get back to the Silver Thimble?
It's the only lead she has. Like they actually seem to know what's going on with her, so she's gotta go with them.
Absolutely.
So-
So yeah, you guys get back to the radio tower. Let me make sure I didn't like put a ton of tokens on the radio tower, which I totally did. Like all of the undead things were there at the same time.
Oh, Alan, you might want to take a look at what just got played.
Oh, Willoughby's. Oh yeah, that's fine. So don't worry, he'll remember it. Willoughby will remember that.
I was just thinking about that little notification popping up in the top corner. He will remember this.
So you make it back, Pim, and it's only been like a day, but it's been a hell of a day. The storm is clearing up. You guys can see as you're walking, like the storm above the it's no longer raining. Like once in a while you'll see lightning strike, but the storm clouds are moving over you now, as like the wind should have been pushing them the whole time, but instead of just being locked into place. And Thaddeus just like looks at everybody and all banged up. You successful mission?
Charity stops and looks at the others and is like, so what was it you were supposed to be doing?
Something radio tower.
You were sent out to see if you could find the cause of this like weird weather. And technically you did.
We did it.
Oh, thank you, Toast. If you guys have bought any of those items, make sure you use them and like copy and paste the stuff, because I will be deleting them out of the shop just to like save room. But yeah. Lithium comes walking up to you. She's like, and how goes the scope? Did it work out for you?
Well, it's still in one piece, and it definitely does some stuff for sure. We found this one over here, and they're not from any of the places you said, so gonna sort that out.
Charity just kind of gives a little nod and a wave. Oh, hello. And she's like noticing there's a squirrel and then there's a cat.
The squirrel's wearing a gas mask. And Lithium's just like, oh, pleasure to meet you. And he sees your gloves and he like does like, he just taps his heart.
She just kind of nods and she just at this point she's just like, may as well go with it. Pleasure to meet you too. Lithium?
Lithium. I know, we name ourselves strange things. And you were?
I'm Charity. Charity Weir. Pleasure to meet you.
Lithium is just like, may I see the scope? To Pim.
Oh,
Pim
fuck.
pops it off the gun and hands it over to him.
Absolutely. And like, look, like you see him put it to his eye and like go up and down Charity with it. It's like, fascinating. You aren't from this world, or from their world. I'm sure there must be a story to tell. It's like, Lithium
Yes,
looks.
I understand it, yes. I'm from neither, and I'm trying to find where my world is.
You see Lithium look over. He's just like, do you? Looks over at Pim. Do you all have access to other worlds?
We used to, as far as I
Yeah.
remember.
Dabbled.
Fascinating. And he's just like starts taking notes. And you've also seen that Lithium has drawn a very good picture of basically all of you in the span of time. Like, he just draws very quickly. Just charcoal pictures of everybody. He's just like there's notation next to them, but it's like real quick. You can't see it.
He's just Ox.
Basically, but like super notated. Like, it's not just you, but it's you drawn like the fucking Da Vinci figurine, like figure thing. I can't remember what it's called on the top of my head. But then like
The Vitruvian Man.
yeah, the Vitruvian Man, like with a bunch of like things pointed at it. It's like It's like feather tail. It's just would you all like to come in? Like, we could get a seat at the restaurant and like we could have a conversation about these separate worlds. Or do you have to get back to the Silver Thimble? Your friends left abruptly.
I might as well return home. Or at least try and get as back to the Silver Thimble.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They left you a boat, like. And
I
she's
would like a nice shower and a change of clothing.
like. Lithium's just like, oh, the embassy has that. We have a spare room as well. You're all welcome to come and just get cleaned up before you make the journey home.
We should probably maybe take him up on that offer. We could
Yeah.
probably all use a rest and maybe a little bit of patching up.
Definitely.
Yeah, today was terrible.
Oh, you've no idea how terrible it was.
Alright, so let me do one more random map. Don't know why. Should have thought this one through. Not that one. Don't like that one. I had it, and it looked gorgeous earlier. Ah, here we are. Sorry, everybody. Just 1 second. I'm the worst.
The suspense is killing me.
I know, right? It's not even going to be like a lot, like worth it really. It's just like I just don't like to not have a map. All right, let's grab all of you and move you over to here. Because all of you can come. I moved you, but none of you can see it. Because there it is. All right. So you're in this office. This is Lithium's new office in the embassy that he built. That they started building out of an old factory that is like doesn't look anything like it used to. And this is Lithium's place. You all have like been fed. You have had showers. You're clean. I would say recover 2 HP and 2 AP for each of you, but not like no more than that. From like the rest. And Lithium's just been, as you guys have been like taking it in, relaxing. He's just, while you were, taking care of yourselves, which is important. We have made some advancements that we are interested in showing you. And like firstly, as you should know, we've been selling these mana batteries. And he shows you an item that's called the mana battery. And this is already in the shop. You guys can go buy it if you want to. It is a charm that once you connect it to your communicator, it stops you from taking AP damage once. But it doesn't matter what the number of AP damage is, it stops it. But then you communicate, like, that's only usable once per game, though. Your communicator can't do it twice. But even if you're not being hit, you can use the mana battery to cast one spell or ability for free. Like, the battery will eat the AP cost for you.
Huh.
That's awesome.
But then he pulls out a pair of goggles. And he's just like, now this is what we're working on right now. And he's just like, and for some legal reasons, I don't want to call them a scouter. It's like, I can't quite figure out why. But these will be able to be purchased as well by you and your crew, at a discount, of course, that you may see very similar as out of your scope, out of that scope. And he hands you back the scope. He's like, you may also keep this prototype.
Thank you very much,
Perhaps
sir.
I might have a name for it. What
Okay.
about a recon visor?
It's like, okay. I ran it through my head and to see if I had any objections to it, and I did not.
Nice.
It's like, at least until we find a catchier name. But this will, like, it is an item that will act the same as that scope did. You guys will be able to see who has, like, like who has the most magic to them, like if they what world they're from, and like be able to do that stuff as it was built in the game.
They're very, very fancy gizmos you've got here, Mr. Lithium.
Oh, you're welcome. We've learned a good amount from you. I'm sad that we couldn't get a tour of the Silver Thimble today, but I understand, like, people needed to work. Like, I do extend an invitation to all of you as well to visit Gibbet at your earliest convenience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the offer.
Indeed.
It's just, and if you would, like, please say something to your captain to see, like, to get us on into the Silver Thimble. We're dying to visit. We've heard such fascinating things, especially with the knowledge of new worlds. And motions over to Charity, who is now like, you're wearing the same outfit, but it's not full of like holes and stuff. They've sewed it up or like remade it completely for you.
The bullet holes.
Get the bullet holes, the thorn scrapes.
We'll definitely have a discussion with the captain. See what she says.
Of course, and no pressure at all. Visit us, we'll visit you. Come here, we'll visit us, and then like this will help us find Reedy's wife. And like you do, like 1 second, I gotta get his token. Like Reedy does just come into the room. Again, remember, Reedy, for the people who don't know, Charity and Howl, Reedy is a very big Pac-Man frog. He has 6 eyes and 6 limbs, 4 arms and 2 legs, is how that maths out. He's a bit of a lech. He's also an amazing king. And he's just like...
He's also a really good web ball player.
like,
and a great dancer.
He's also a great dancer.
Charity kind of takes a step back.
She's just going to... Go ahead. Sorry.
No, Charity just kind of takes a step back and she goes, "Still not the strangest thing I've seen today. Still not the strangest thing I've seen today."
He's like, so do you have any information on Stabitha?
Like...
Not at the moment.
That's fine. I'm sure she's out there safe. Like, me and Lithium here have really pushed this communicator to its maximum potential. And he, like, takes his communicator off. Because, again, it's keeping him, like, normal. And just sets it in front of Lithium. It's just like, for your next round of experiments. And Lithium just, like, salutes. It's just like, till we meet again, friends. And Lithium reaches his hand over his desk to shake hands with everybody.
Zacna is going to do
And we'll
so.
shake his hand.
Charity will shake hands. Her gloves are repaired, so she's good.
He's holding his hand out to Howl.
Howl shakes his hand and he's like, today's been awesome.
He's like, I agree. And like he puts his hands back. He's just like, nice. He said nice. He said nice to himself, for the record. Like,
Yeah.
it was after the handshake. He was like, nice.
This isn't suspicious.
Not at all. Pim's also going to address His Highness and let him know that it is great to see him again.
It's great to be here. It's like, you know, that misunderstanding with Sal, it was all just a misunderstanding. He's an actual pretty good guy. Like, we're working together with the folks over at Gibbet to really get this city up and running. really up to its like top notch. And once we have the tech level of technology, there's no way we won't find Sabbath out there. It's like, I heard about the party you had at Kriegs and Market Square the other night, though.
Should have been there. We could have danced.
It sounded like a rager, but I had to buckle down with all this paperwork. And he's just like, look at this embassy we have set up. Because this is not Reedy's office. This is, again, Lithium's office. The emotions around it. It's huge. It's fantastic. They got this built in a week. Shame about your radio tower not working quite right. But now that the storm has stopped, we could get working on that.
Yep.
Definitely.
And it's just like, and then it's just like, you guys are clean. You're more or less healed up. None of you are bleeding to death right now. And now you can just get on the boat and head back.
And Zacna's probably going to be spending a bunch of time in the infirmary.
And Charity's got to find out, like, what the fuck is going on?
Kim needs to get rid of this dead flower thing immediately on somebody who sciences.
Oh, lithium's. Oh, we can take that. We can study that if you'd like us to.
No, that's okay. I think I'm gonna take it back to one of my people. I'd like to keep an eye on it. Thank you, though.
It's like, absolutely. Just trying to be of service. And then, yeah, you guys get on your boats and you head back to the Silver Thimble, which we haven't been to in weeks of games. And that is the end of the chase. And real quick recap, is so Charity is from another world. In that other world, there was a figure called the Necromancer, and apparently still haunts Charity. As the more or less the story for Charity is that they walked through a rift, they ran through the rain as their world was ending, and they went through a rift. And where do rifts lead? They lead to Liminal. And just as Liminal smashed together and became a different world, like, Charity stepped forward into this world. So Charity doesn't know anything about this world, but she also doesn't need the communicator to stay here. Because she wasn't, like, it wasn't protected that way. Like, she's just here now. And is the last person to walk a rift, or, like, go through a rift that you guys know of. And then they found, and Charity found the wasp nest that you guys fucked up, and then it came to life and attacked her, as the Necromancer was trying to eat her and gain the rest of her powers. Didn't work out. The party ran into a different monster, which was also just one of the Necromancer's spawns, just somewhere else. And that was also hunting down the crew. It's unknown why it was hunting down the crew, because that one didn't get a chance. Nobody tried to talk to that one. So that's a future thing. Why were the undead creatures hunting the crew? Then Pym tried to shoot everybody, and tried to shoot all the enemies, and ended up shooting everybody, including Willoughby. The Necromancer monster transformed just once. He had a couple more transformations he could have done, but he didn't. Yeah, they hid in a house. The house burnt down. Willoughby was in the house, so Howl had to go in and save him. Howl did the most damage in this game, though, by, like, using his, like, giant laser beam and rolling a 20 on it, which did, like, 24 damage, and just wiped that version of the Necromancer out, just dead. There's another one. Pym's, like, spent all of her AP and was outside of range of a communicator, and saw a vision of her family on another planet, as though she was just living that life the whole time. So that's fun. Zacna got backhanded pretty hard. and shot. And Charity punched through this giant necromantic creature's chest and touched its heart, blew its heart up, which just caused roses to grow everywhere for a little while. And then oh, go ahead.
And then she gave it her blood.
And she gave it her blood, and made copies of her eyes appear. And then this little guy Willoughby was just trying to do a solid for his friend, and like he got roped into so much danger, and he hated it. He hated every second of being in danger, and he was just out. He's just like, nope, I am not. Nope, fuck it. And then the people from Gibbet designed like a recon visor for you all, so you guys can like buy it and use it on your adventures. I think everything will be fine.
AP thing, right?
What's that?
And the mana battery.
And the AP thing?
Oh yeah, the mana battery. Yeah, the mana battery has been there. It's been there since the beginning of this game. I just forgot to mention it. Yeah, you guys have a mana battery as well. The recon visors are very fragile though, just so everybody knows. And yeah, that is the end of the chase. Oh, and sorry, the crew. Again, they did not decide to have the people from Gibbet hang out with them and give them a tour of the academy, or give them a tour of the city, as it were. They just went and just decided lifting weights. They did a really good job, and they are starting to study team attacks, which is what I want them to study, because I want team attacks, people. And they also got like Swole. And so tomorrow's game, which is Dear Fellow Traveler, will be the first game that the reacquisitions team finally gets to play. And we get to figure out what they have to go reacquire or acquire. Reacquire? And that game is going to have Midnight, it has Aldi, it has Lore. I'm forgetting one more player.
One of the Row.
Oh, it has Ro. Sorry. Oh, sorry. He had a nickname that like I wasn't following.
Tarkus.
So that'll be a fun game. Tarkus. And like we'll just figure out what they're doing. So I guess like as the screen like fades out, you see this tall, like the camera would see this very tall shadowy form like come up to like this now burnt out house. And it's be like look at it and then turn and like look at all the rose bushes and just what the fuck? And then it goes to black.
Sorry, man.
And that was the chase. I'd like to thank everybody, Zacna, Charity, Pim, and Howl, and the Charity and Howl. You guys did great for your first time, especially. Like, amazing. I look forward to playing more with you guys.
Definitely, that was
Thank
quite
you.
a bit of fun.
Just not how Charity wanted to be introduced, but
They just did
You
so
guys-
much setup for you. Sorry, go ahead.
So you guys did awesome.
Yep.
Thanks.
And like I promised everybody I wasn't mad at the cards. It was just like I had exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna put Pim in that like other universe for a second, and I was just like, how do I make this a choice? How is the other one better?
I was just
But-
teasing you when I said that. I wasn't like thinking that you were actually getting mad at them.
Okay. I don't want anybody to think I was actually getting mad at you.
Thanks, Akana.
Alright, so we're gonna wrap up here, but we will see y'all tomorrow for Dear Fellow Traveler. I think that's
Dear fellow traveler.
Dear Fellow Traveler. Alright, and thank you to Pearl for the raid. I'm sorry we couldn't say anything during the game, obviously, because it's the game, but thank you so much for everyone who came in and those of you that followed. Thank you, thank you. I get to see more of this tomorrow featuring 2 new characters, which is very exciting to me.
Today was also featuring 2 new characters.
Yes.
Why does your mic sound weird?
Who can say? Who can say why things are the way that they are? Anyway, we shall see y'all tomorrow. Bye forever.
Goodbye.
Bye forever, everybody.
Bye.